Well, this is John Black, Super Chemist, JBS. Oh, jeez, JBSC. Oh, man. Just had on my glasses there. Uh, Last video I was saying something, other Christians have no morals. I want you to, don't misquote me. I'm not saying that they have bad morals. I'm saying they don't have good morals or bad morals, okay? They just follow the Bible. Um, and whatever's in the Bible, like a Pastafarian, I changed my viewpoint on what's right or wrong by using reasoning and whatever. But Christians just use the Bible. If they think one thing is wrong, you can convince them that it's not wrong by just showing them the Bible. It's that simple. To see the thing, this is a very big distinction between Pastafarians and Christian and woke. Okay. Well, woke people, God is actually the government. So, but if God does something wrong, okay, it is still wrong. Okay. In the Pastafarian religion, even if God does it, if it's wrong, it's wrong. Doesn't matter who does it. Okay. I don't change my viewpoint. If I think something's wrong and then I go to the Bible and I see that they say it's not wrong, I don't change my opinion. Okay. Because it doesn't matter what God does. Right is right and wrong is wrong. That's all there is to it. You know what I mean? But they don't do that. Say even with the woke people, their government is God, and the government can do no wrong, no matter what. They can make them homeless, kill them, give them poison, do whatever they want to them. They'll still say, "Oh, that's not wrong because the government's doing it." That is one big distinction between the religions. Is in the Pastafarian religion, no matter, even if God doesn't, wrong is always wrong, even if God does it. Okay? So no one in the Pastafarian religion can go to someone else and say, "No, God said that this is he did it, so must be right, must be morally okay." No, you can't do that to a Pastafarian. We don't go for that. Okay? we don't care. We don't care. But anyways, and I wanted to bring up, why do you think that atheists, and this is like a known fact, man, everyone knows this, so atheists know Bible cover to back. Cover to back. They know it all, everything inside and out. Why is it? And then a Christian, the average Christian, okay, doesn't know anything about the Bible. Why do you think that is? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because if you know if you know the Bible front and forward, and you read it all the way through, and you understand it all, you would never choose to be a Christian or a Jew or a Muslim, whatever. You would never do that because it's just so crazy. So it's evil, is what it is. God in the character portrayed as God in the Bible is obviously so evil. He's more evil than any human has ever been. But that's why. That's why you notice that the Christian doesn't know what's in the Bible. The atheist does. So who do you think? Who should you believe? Who should you whatever? You could say, oh, I know the Bible. I know the Bible. I've told hundreds of people of stuff in the Bible they don't know. Like here's an example. My mother reads the Bible probably about 30 minutes to an hour every day. Every day. Every day. Same with my sister. Same thing. And yet when I come up and they tell me this garbage, how they know the Bible, I've gone and shown them 10, 20 verses, and every time they're like, "What? I don't know. What? I never heard of that. What? This verse don't make any sense." See, what they do is it's the same way with the church too, the preacher. They cherry pick 1% of the Bible, and then the good part, you know what I mean? And then they just ignore the rest of it and pretend that this 1% is the whole religion. You know what I mean? That my sister and my mother, they read the same verses over and over again. That 1% of the Bible that they agree with, that they don't, Because they know if they read the other 99% of the Bible, all they would feel was shame for being a Christian. That's all they would do, is they'd feel shame. And that's why they don't. Same with the preacher. Why doesn't the preacher preach, that the evil parts, the 99 or 90% of the Bible that's evil? Why? Because they will feel shame. They know how crazy it is and how crazy it sounds or whatever. So anyways, I lost my train of thought again. So anyways, so back to the thing. So my mother, I know she would be that evil to tie me up, kill me, torture me, rape me if God told her to, or she even thought God told her to. And so I didn't know that for a fact. It was my belief, you know what I mean? But when I got older here, maybe 10, 20 years ago, probably about 20 years ago, I guess, I wanted to prove it before she died, because I know that she's going to be dying soon, you know what I mean? And I couldn't go on her being dead and not knowing really what type of person my mother was. So I started going over and telling her these stories that I would make up. Some of them I would say it was happening in a third world country. Some of them I would say it was just a psychological experiment, and then I want to tell her a story and incorporate me into the story. But it would really be a story from the Bible, and I would be God. I would be doing what God did in the Bible in the story. But she would think it was a psychological thing, and then I would ask her questions afterwards. You know what I mean? And I think I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to catch you on the next video. Oh wait, I'm only at 7 minutes. What the heck? What is this? Let me see on that. Okay. Yeah, my video's got to be under 15 minutes, or they won't let me post them. Okay, so anyways, so I'm telling her stories in this. I told you on the last video how the 50 shekels story, in the Bible, if you rape someone, they're not married and they're virgins, you buy the rape victim for 50 shekels, and then you force the rape victim to marry the rapist, and then you can rape them all. The rapist can rape the rape victim for the rest of their lives, and make them to clean the house, and go do the shopping and get dinner. Now I'm telling her the story. Of course, I'm saying it's from a third world country that they made this law up now, that when a raper, rapes someone, that they can give them $1,000, and they're forced to marry. The rape victim is forced to marry, to the rapist. Oh no, and I'm like, how do you think that? What do you think of that, man? I mean, that's happening right now, man. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Well, why is it terrible, man? Oh, because she shouldn't have to be that. That doesn't even make any sense. And she'll go on and on and on and on. And then I would say, well, what about? That's just because I want her to admit that she would tie me to a chair and whatever, you know what I mean, and kill me if she thought God was saying that. So I say, well, what about in the Bible, man? Here, you said that it's wrong, right? So here in the Bible it says that the rapist gets to buy the rape victim for 50 shekels and marry them, and then he can rape her for the rest of her life. So God was right when he made that rule, right? Because this is God's rule. God is speaking in the Bible, saying this is the rule. So God is saying that it's morally right. Are you saying that God is wrong? And you know what? Every story, she head down, shame, total shame. If your religion makes you feel shame for what you believe in, then your religion is full shit. Okay, I hate to tell you that, all right? Because in the Pastafarian religion, we don't believe in the rape victim being sold to the rapist so that he can rape her over and over again for the rest of his life, or her life. No, that Pastafarians are against that completely. Okay, But she'll put her head down, and I'll yell at her. I'll get, not at first. I'll get her say, hey, I want you to say either God is wrong or selling the rape victim to the rapist is wrong. Who is wrong? Who's wrong? Which one's wrong? And she won't want to answer me, man. And so at that point, what I do is, because she's like 80 years old, right? What I say is, you're 100 years old. You could die this second. And if not, you have a very good chance of dying soon. What if you killed over right now, and right during this conversation, and God was looking down and He's seen me, right? He's seen me asking you, trying to get you to go against Him, right? To say that He's wrong. And instead of you standing up for God, you put your head down and you turn your back on God. And sometimes she still won't answer me, and she still has her head down because of the shame is just so unbearable that she has to admit that she believes the rape victim sometimes should be sold to the rapist, for 50 shekels. She doesn't want to admit it, you know what I mean? But she's a true Christian. So even if at that point she still doesn't put her head up and answer me, I say, you're going to be in hell if you don't stand up for God. Is that what you want to be, in hell, not for 100 years, not for 1,000,000 years, but forever, because you turned your back on God right before you died? And let me tell you something. Do you think, does it sound like the Bible? In the Bible, God is really forgiving? Does He sound like He's forgiving? You think He's going to forgive you? That you turned your back on Him? You basically spit in His face, saying that He was wrong and that He was immoral? Now tell me, was He right when He said that, the rape victim should be sold to the rapist? Or was He right, or was He wrong? And she'll look up and she'll be so mad and she'll be crying. He was right. He was right. I don't know how he is, but He's right. He never do anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. So I did this for like 15 different things, you know what I mean? Like, one was rape, one was human sacrifice, one was slavery, abortion, marriage, rape, pedophilia, child rape, discrimination, racism, torture, animal sacrifice. I think I already said human sacrifice. Genocide, punish the son for the sins of the father, and the Adam and Eve story. And I'm sure I left a couple out that I didn't, whatever. But all of these things that I just mentioned, human sacrifice, slavery, abortion, pedophilia, child rape, racism, torture, genocide, these are all beliefs that all Christians believe in. And if you think that you don't believe in it, then just give me 10 minutes with you with the Bible, and I'll get you to say that you believe in this. Because you'll either say that you believe in this, or you will lie, or you will run away, or you will admit it. You will admit it. You will admit it, or you'll say, "Oh, I just don't understand why, but I have to just have faith. Just have to have faith." You know what I mean? But okay, now I'm running out of time. So I'm going to go over the human sacrifice story. I'm not going to go over every one of these, but I'm going to go over the human sacrifice story that I did with my mother, okay? Because it's one of the first stories, and then I'll go over the last story, okay? And, maybe a couple more, you know what I mean? Then I'll go over the last story, and you'll see why I'm not a Christian.